Hello, dear students. Welcome back to our new channel. Students, today we have two important topics to discuss. One about brave peacekeepers who protect conflict ridden nations, and another about health a serious health concern affecting millions in India. So we'll talk about their impact on our world, what they mean for us, and why should we care. So grab your headphones, settle in, and let's begin our journey of knowledge. First, imagine this. Two countries are at war, okay? And violence is rising, people are losing their homes, and there's no sign of peace. So, who steps in to claim things down? The United Nations peacekeepers, also known as blue helmets. These soldiers and officers come from different countries to protect civilians, assist in peace talks, and support war torn regions. And guess what? India is one of the largest contributors to these peacekeeping missions. But what's happening now? Recently, Jean Pierre Lacroix, the Undersecretary General for UN Peace Operation, praised Indian peacekeepers for their bravery and commitment. Currently, they are serving in the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, and we have already covered the article in detail regarding the conflict in DRC. So we know that there's a rebel group called M23 which controls of some parts of Congo, and their presence makes peacekeeping operations dangerous. However, India's soldiers are standing strong. They are ensuring safety while facing restrictions and different kinds of risks. But the bigger question is, why is peacekeeping important for the world? Why is it important? Why we are doing it? है ना? You might think about it, na? कि why we are fighting for other countries' conflict? Why we are sending our soldiers in other war-torn region? So let's bring it closer to our home. Imagine if a fight broke out in your school. Wouldn't you want a responsible teacher to step in and restore order? You want that, right? So the same logic applies to the world stage. Without peacekeepers, small conflicts could spiral into full scale wars. Okay, and when we talk about India's role in peacekeeping, India has near about um 5,000 peacekeepers who are serving globally. They are meaning that they are posted at different regions. And 60% of them are military personnel, which makes India the fourth largest contributor. Okay, so this makes India fourth largest contributor. And our soldiers, they play important role in protecting civilians, preventing violence and rebuilding these war torn areas. कि एक बार जब violence खत्म हो गया तो दोबारा से rebuilding भी करनी है. तो उसके लिए भी our soldiers are playing a key role. But peacekeeping is not just about soldiers. Okay, women peacekeepers, they also play an important role. In fact, India recently hosted a global conference on women in peacekeeping, which highlighted their contribution in these missions. Right? तो इंडिया की तरफ से बहुत सारे women peacekeepers भी जाते हैं. And इंडिया का इवन आप ये कह सकते हो कि one of the largest contribution है in women peacekeepers. ओके, और रिसेंटली एक ग्लोबल कॉन्फ्रेंस भी हुआ था ऑन विमेन इन पीस कीपिंग, जहां पे उनकी कंट्रीब्यूशन के बारे में डिस्कशन हुआ था. अब कुछ बात कर लेते हैं चैलेंजेस कि आखिर क्या क्या चैलेंजेस है पीस कीपिंग ऑपरेशन में. सबसे पहले तो रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑफ मूवमेंट एंड सप्लाईज इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एरियाज. अब कहाँ कहाँ पे रवांडा में पोस्टेड है, डीआरसी में पोस्टेड है, वहां पे काम होना है, तो कई बार वहां पे बहुत सारे रिस्ट्रिक्शंस होते हैं उनकी मूवमेंट पे. अब ऑलरेडी अगर एक एरिया है जहाँ पे सिविल वॉर चल रहा है, वहां पे अगर आप पोस्टेड हो तो सप्लाईज में या मूवमेंट में बहुत सारे रिस्ट्रिक्शन होंगे, राइट? एंड देन देर आर थ्रेट्स फ्रॉम आर्म्ड रिबेल ग्रुप्स. अब रेबेल ग्रुप के अगेंस्ट में अगर फाइट करेंगे तो उनकी तरफ से भी तो थ्रेट होगा ही. On top of it, they have limited power. See, peacekeepers, they have this rule that they cannot start wars. They can only protect and maintain peace. So it means that they have limited power, right? So question is, what's next for UN peacekeeping? Mr. Lacroix stressed that the United Nations Security Council, or simply UNSC, है ना, यूएनएससी, इट नीड्स रिफॉर्म. बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, रिफॉर्म की ज़रूरत तो बहुत ज़्यादा है. क्योंकि जो प्रेजेंट के जो इवेंट्स हैं, प्रेजेंट के जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हैं, उसको रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए, ताकि जो, ना कि जो यूएनएससी में जो पुराने जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स उसके बेसिस पे जो प्रोविजंस थे. सो दिस मीन्स मोर रिप्रेजेंटेशन फॉर कंट्रीज लाइक इंडिया. ओके, तो इंडिया इतना कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है, तो इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंटेशन भी मिलना चाहिए ना ज्यादा, राइट? नाउ, बिफोर वी मूव टू आवर सेकंड मेजर न्यूज, लेट्स पॉज एंड रिफ्लेक्ट. What would happen if peacekeepers didn't exist? And should countries like India get more power in the UN Security Council? That's for you to answer. Okay, think about it. Now, let's go to the next news of our day. Okay, so this is about cancer related mortalities increased faster among women in the past decade. Okay, so we have already discussed global peace, but now is the time to talk about a growing crisis which is much closer to home: cancer. You may have heard about cancer before, but did you know that in India, 3 out of every 5 people diagnosed with cancer lose their lives? मतलब 5 में से 3 जिनका डायग्नोस हुआ है, they won't survive. And that's a scary number. And here's something even more concerning. Cancer related deaths have been increasing faster among women than men. तो women में ये जो डेथ है, ये और भी ज़्यादा फास्टर हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. Okay, so there's a report recently published by ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, and Globocon. तो ग्लोबोकॉन, ग्लोबल कैंसर ऑब्जर्वेटरी, और आईसीएमआर ने एक रिसेंटली एक रिपोर्ट पब्लिश किया था. और उस रिपोर्ट में क्या कहा जा रहा है कि विमेन्स कैंसर रिलेटेड मोर्टालिटी हैज इंक्रीज्ड फ्रॉम 1.2% to 4.4%. And men's mortality rate is also increasing. It is also increasing from 1.2 to 2.4. And 5 most cancers in India account for 44% of all. 5 most cancer in India, they make up 44% of the country's cancer burden. Question is, why are cancer cases rising? What is the reason? Number one reason, which is also mentioned in this news article, is changing lifestyle. See, we might think कि अरे ईटिंग हैबिट से कैसे हो सकता है? नो, ईटिंग हैबिट से भी हो सकता है. So if someone is having unhealthy eating habits, there's a lack of exercise and pollution, it puts them at the risk of having cancer, right? And in India, we are also seeing that many people, they basically have delayed diagnosis. So many cases are detected too late when it is at the terminal stage. Moreover, people don't want to go for regular checkups. So they, because there's a limited awareness ना, सबको लगता है कि अरे हमें कैसे हो जाएगा कैंसर, हमें नहीं हो सकता. तो regular checkups is also important. And as people live longer, the risk of cancer is also increases. The aging population is another factor. Now, when we talk about India, women in India, क्योंकि women में ज़्यादा हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. So studies show that females in India, they have higher crude incidence and crude mortality rates compared to males. This means that more women are diagnosed with cancer. Okay, more women are diagnosed with cancer, and more women die from it compared to men. And this is why early detection, awareness, and better healthcare facilities are crucial. Okay, so what can be done? See, cancer is not just a disease, It's a battle that needs awareness, prevention, and medical advancements. So here's what you can contribute. Adopting, first of all, first and foremost, adopting a healthy lifestyle. We cannot emphasize enough. I think we have covered many articles that why we need a healthy lifestyle. We need to eat more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. See, India, अब cancer तो है ही, but India is also capital of diabetes and hypertension. And these are all just lifestyle related disease only. So we need to eat more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. We should avoid junk food and processed sugar and exercise for at least 10-30 minutes a day. 30 minutes is fine, right? Secondly, awareness. Awareness is important. Educate your family and friends about the importance of early detection. And how we can do that? By regular health checkups, राइट तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो हम अपने इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर वी कैन डू दीज थिंग्स एट आर इंडिविजुअल लेवल राइट सो बिफोर वी रैप अप हेयर समथिंग टू थिंक अबाउट इट कि हम जैसे कैंसर राइज हो रहा है तो और कैसे हम इनकरेज कर सकते हैं लोगों को कि कैंसर को सीरियसली लिया जाए राइट ओके ऑलराइट सो टुडे वी have covered a lot, right? From peacekeepers safeguarding the world to cancer impacting families. We covered almost uh, two major global issues. Okay? तो सबसे पहले हमने क्या देखा था सबसे पहले हमने यूएन पीस कीपर्स के बारे में पढ़ा स्पेशली फ्रॉम इंडिया विच प्ले अ क्रूशियल रोल इन मेंटेनिंग पीस एंड देन कैंसर केसेस स्पेशली अमंग women are rising in India. Awareness, early detection and lifestyle changes are key to prevent cancer. तो ये सारी चीज़ें आज हमने कवर की. All right. Students, remember, knowledge is power and awareness, it can save lives. All right. So that's all for today. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.